This is Tshaka Barrows with the W. Hayward Burns Institute and Community Justice Network for Youth. Reaching out just to, in these times, thank you all for all the work you're doing out there, pushing the struggle for justice, fairness, equity, addressing, abuses to communities, police violence, all of the things that we've seen going on in the streets. We've seen activity at the, local and state level and federal level, and just there's an entire movement that has really galvanized itself behind racial justice and is about a vision for the future. And so I just think it's important in these times to acknowledge, right? And acknowledgement is important also in the realm of our history. And so I want to take a moment to acknowledge our Native American brothers and sisters who are really stepping up and demanding more equity, more tribal sovereignty, more voice within this movement, and appreciating the impacts that those communities face. Similarly, acknowledging those migrant folk at the border who have been really battling for fairness, equity, for some humanity, and all those who have been in support of those efforts. I want to also acknowledge the lesbian, gay, and trans community who have also been fighting for a seat at the table, who've been successfully pushing and supporting these movement efforts, but also continue to face harsh treatment in all types of ways through our justice administration. And so it's important that we make these connections, that we see that we're all tied together in struggle. And as the Burns Institute, we think it's important that for us, we play that role, right? Understanding that we're a Black-led organization, that we understand, the history of racism in this country and how deeply rooted it is, that these little structural incremental changes that were acceptable to those in power are no longer acceptable, as they failed to achieve the goals that we all want to see. And so what we're really about is pushing for a vision, a transformation, reimagining, and that spreads all the way to our organization. We're still here, but we had to do some re-envisioning and reimagining of our website. It was a bit out of date. And also we wanted to touch up our branding, our logo, right? Bring in some new colors and make sure that we're, really representing Hayward as much as we can for what he stood for. And so we're just really honored to connect with you all, to make sure and let you know about these kind of changes that we have. We have a data map that's coming out to bring more information to you, even though they're trying to make it harder for us to gain access to that information. We will continue to fight for that on your behalf. And we know you're out there fighting the good fight on our behalf, right? And we're all in this together. We need each other, and we need to see that we have our struggles bound up side by side, right? And so it's not that anybody's helping you or you're helping me. We're in this together. That is our belief, and that is our mission. And so again, thank you for your support over the years, and we look forward to continuing the good fight together moving forward. And don't let this election season stress you out too much, because we know that we have work to do regardless of the outcome, and yet we have to handle business on election day as everybody is working so hard to do. So again, thank you for these connections. Thank you for your support, and most of all, we will see you out there in the field getting the work done.